I still like it because it does make the other team. You run out of sentry wards a lot in these pro games now,
It's true.
and if you just get gem up in like a kind of even or winning game as a Nyx and clear out all the sentries, the game becomes real hard.
And they already have to buy sentries at the start for the Sand King anyway with the Sandstorm.
And the Chen to block his camps, and there,
Yeah.
there it
There
is,
it is.
old Hector Wraith King.
Yeah.
That is a very good point. I am, as a support player, very supportive of everybody that buys sentries, and they're at late game they're always out of
now.
stock.
Yeah.
They're
are.
out.
A lot of people were like, "There's
Yes.
so many, they refresh so quick," and then like it's
Yeah.
one of those things. People just didn't analyze it correctly. Even pro players didn't analyze it correctly, and now you run out a lot.
Yes. The Wraith King comes out again for Hector. Now I must say they did win the Wraith King game, but I'm not sure if the Wraith King was the one that was so strong that time around when they were playing against the Pandas. They had
What else do they have?
a Storm
don't
Sand
remember.
King, Lena Coddle. And the
Okay.
Wraith King was good, but and he was farmed because Hector does get farmed, but he wasn't like, whoa, Wraith King, why aren't more people playing him?
True, but that's just Hector in general, right? Especially on this hero, like that's why I think he's the only one playing it. But I do like it because you already have the Chen, Sand King, Nyx, which is pretty nice group up. You have the 2 stuns. You obviously are going to have the auras from the Chen. You can roam around as these 3, and now obviously Chris Luck's going to play a very fast-paced hero that's good against TA, which, who knows? He does not play Invoker much, right? I know he plays it, but I don't think he favors it. Not that it's a great matchup, I just think it's a good game against it, especially purging Bloodlust, purging anything.
I think I'd still be okay with the Storm Spirit that
Yeah.
they had in that team draft. You
Yeah.
said, Shiva, there was Storm.
Yeah.
Like, you do better against TA than you used to anyway.
You get range creeps, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then, because what are your stuns? I guess you have the instant lift Rubik, but you don't even care that much about Ogre. His cast time's too long. It's not a bad Storm game. So what's the JT hero, though, on IG is the question.
Well, they're saving him for last pick.
Honestly, I don't think I don't think Centaur's that good. I was trying to, because you don't really care about the escape, all the stuns. I think Omni was smart. It might just be something like a Legion.
I always like Legion Commander when I matched up against Wraith King because I don't think he has great armor, and I always feel kind of good in that matchup. It's not a hero I want to duel, obviously, but I do like the catch of the duel against Sand King, who's like trying to do that Sandstorm in front of towers nonsense. You need like good catch against that, and right now they don't. IG doesn't
really
have
don't.
that. They also have a lineup that follows up that initiation really nicely. They need that initiation, but they have plenty of follow-up.
Axe is still in the pool as well, and JT does like that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
mind
that's fine.
Axe. Obviously, versus Skeletons, it's one of those things you don't really think about, but it's kind of nice.
Just
It's
putting it on the
also-
radar.
It just, Axe is one of those heroes he wants to get in fight and get everyone low, and Chen kind of just takes that away from him. Obviously, everyone wants to get every hero low, but Axe especially, you want to get those dunks. You want to lock someone down and burst them immediately, and against a Chen, it's rough. They went Sen. Okay, as the hero I said, I don't think they'd go, and then they do. I just think it's weird, because I don't think they're ever going to be wanting to run away from a fight. Like, when you're playing against a Chen Wraith King lineup, they're going to have low cooldowns. You kind of just want to fight them straight up, but it's another stun, which is nice.
Yeah, like my only concern is just it's easy for Sand King to get away from that Centaur. I mean, that's a little surprising, right? They picked up the Razor into the Centaur pick, but they've got such a good matchup. I think beastcoast are thinking as long as their lanes, as long as their mid lane matchup goes well, and then they need one of their side lanes to go well, which I'm sure Hector's still going to be able to farm fine against Rubik Centaur. Rubik Centaur is always kind of a tough lane to deal with.
And then the other lane's going to be the Sentry battle, right? Like, who wins the
Yeah.
Sentry battle? The thing is, I mean, Sand King and Nyx both have pretty good region, especially you go some mangoes, but
Yeah. I don't know. I could see a world where Beast Coast actually loses both their side lanes.
same.
So
see it.
I think Beast Coast really needed a mid lane win out of this. Because otherwise they just won't be able to stop the momentum of IG. You're talking about if you lose 3 lanes, you're going to be giving up a 15-minute Roshan. This sort of lineup is very run-at-you heavy. It invades your jungle, which is something that they're going to need to do against Hector. They need to slow down this Wraith King's farm. He's going to pick up his mighties. He's going to be playing in the jungle with the skeletons nonstop. You got to get in there somehow. So I like faster pace lineups like this against Chen as well, because Chen doesn't have that notable impact that other fives have when it comes to control and team fight. It's a big heal bomb, and that's okay, but it's not the greatest.
So you like IG?
I like IG's idea of
playing fast. I mean, that's what we talked about, right? You know beastcoast's going to play fast. I think it is smart to match up, and they got Flyfly as best hero. I think Emo, he's one of those guys, he may be, he's a very cocky player, and he can throw a few lives away, but I think on a game like this, whoever wins the stack battle, because Razor and TA are going to steal each other's jungle, I have a feeling, and I think it's easier for Razor to steal from the Dire jungle, right? You just walk past that tower, you burn it all down.
Yep.
I will say IG, though, I think Flyfly's on his best hero. You've got an Ogre. You've got a lot of initiation and catch now, at least with the Centaur Rubik last picks. 55-45 IG.
I'm not, Centaur doesn't fill me with tons of confidence. And the other thing is that Emo, just the way that Emo has been playing sometimes, these sort of fast lineups do not have a whole lot of room for error.
True.
So he's got to hold his horses a little bit.
I believe in him, though.
He's got
But
a track
I'll
record
also
there.
believe in IG.
All right, let's find out what's going to happen in Game 2. Can IG pull it back and force out that Game 3? Let's find out with Gods and LD.
Another grand guarantee. 55-45. He's
showing
up
he's
from 51 to
unbiased too,
49,
He's willing to back Beast Coast when they got the win. The fact he's willing to...
He's creeping up.
Yeah, he's on IG's side. So.
He's also 100% on his confident predictions today, right? Yeah, so keep it going, Grant. Good for you. And I guess good for IG, because they need this win to stay alive.
They do. This is elimination, and they are going back to Flyfly's Gyrocopter. It's been a really good hero in his hands this tournament, but on the side of Beast Coast, K1 Hector playing Wraith King, his signature hero, and also a Chen. This has been perhaps one of the more OP heroes of the tournament. A lot of talk around the Shaker Morphling, but it's the Chens, the Night Stalkers, the less carry-oriented heroes that have seen a lot more hate as far as the bans go.
Yeah, Chen with a Wraith King, very annoying if he starts to get ahead. Good luck actually killing this guy with all that regen. And obviously help secure his lane. So they start with 3 top here, as we will see a 3 bounty rune grab nicely done by IG.
Ollie snuck by him and managed to pick one up on his Ogre.
I don't know how an Ogre sneaks with anything. I mean, my God, he's a big boy, but apparently he did.
Yeah, this top lane could be a little tricky for them, though. They've got a tri-lane from Beast Coast. One of Nyx Assassin's biggest weakness is definitely his laning stage. You don't really want to dual lane him with a Sand King, so we could just be seeing a straight up tri-lane up here where they try and secure the Wraith King's farm.
Not the best killing tri-lane. You can trade some harass, maybe get Flyfly low, but he's got 5 tangos and a mango, 4 on Ollies. They've got a lot of regen here.
Good level 1 Bloodlust, he's strucking on Gyrocopter. This seems a bit peculiar. Does help Flyfly as far as the right-click harass goes, but Gyro is not exactly the hardest hitter. I feel like you'd maybe be better off going for the Fire Blast, but they are going to be playing this lane very defensively because they are in a 2v3.
I mean, do they stick with the tri-lane, I guess? That's what I'm wondering here. So they did get that pull camp blocked.
Yeah, that's important because if they had that pull camp, you're going to lose a ton of farm and XP. I feel like Radiant may want to be bringing a sentry up here as soon as possible. Yeah, they've already bought a sentry. It's on the courier, so once that courier delivers the item mid, it's going to be coming top so they can try and get that camp for the side pull.
So our mid lane, Razor versus TA. Historically, Razor does pretty well against these low-range heroes, but we've seen some
Emo's going for a kill.
plays from Emo. Oh. Gotta be careful against this guy. He's not afraid to step up. And then our bottom lane is Whisper left alone. Grant and Pat mentioned these sentry battles. Both sentries out of range, which makes life kind of tricky for the Sand King.
Yeah, what you'd normally expect there. Sand King's already backed off, going for some jungles with Kaka is trying to mess with.
Emo's stepping up on Chris Luck. Actually forced to bring Schofield in here, but I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to get done.
Seems like he's trying to bait, and he's actually going to deliver a salve as well, so
Oh, that's nice. What a teammate. What a good guy.
And he just got a third salve on the courier delivered, so he's going to have a lot of regen in this mid lane.
Needs it too. He's taking a lot of harass from Emo.
Yep.
Emo's doing really well. Honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. He's holding his own. Is behind a little bit on CS and denies, but it's not a disaster of a lane. And this Razor is being picked to win the laning stage. And it's a very good hero. We've seen it in the hands of teams like Liquid earlier today. Definitely underrated as far as this tournament goes.
I am worried about this Sand King though, Guts. He has 2 CS. There are 16 denies on JT.
Oh, man.
And the wave is just being kept very far back from him. Missing that Sentry D ward has proven very costly.
And you know those 2 CS? They were neutrals. The small camp as well. Oh. I remember watching him, I was like, oh, he got 2 out of 3. That was good. And then now you mentioned his 2 CS. I was like, oh. He's not hit a single creep in lane.
Yeah, but Schofeld's here now, and he's going to be able to get a pull off. So that'll at least bring the lane a bit closer.
Yeah.
Kaka on the move. Good old Hector is farming away, though.
The good news is, you know, if this was Gyro's CS, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's concerning, but it's the center. This is not a hero that's going to completely take over the game because he's free farming.
By the way, I was hoping to see a JT Pudge this game. Yeah, I didn't think it was necessarily the best pick, but would have been fun. Yeah. I'm a little sad. Maybe game 3 if we can. So they've sent Stinger top now, or sorry, into the jungle now. He's a little bit off the lane, leaving Hector alone for the moment. We'll see how long that persists. Got some creeps. Not going back to support, and they might actually make a go here on Ollie.
Hold Nyx in.
Stun comes through. Nyx has arrived. Looks to be a first blood, unless Ollie can put on the jukes, but there's no juking the Kobold Foreman. And Stinger grabs the first blood. Very nice.
Most impactful things about Chen in the lane stage is that divine favor to bring in a teammate.
Allows Schofield to go right back bottom.
Yeah, he was bottom river. He was following the Rubik around, who was trying to like gank mid, and you don't expect the Nyx to just suddenly show up out of nowhere. It's a 2-minute long cooldown, so it'll be quite some time before they can do that again.
He's going to try to go for this bounty rune, and Centaur dealing with the creeps, so they're not going to be able to get to there. In fact, it should be 3 bounties for the radio.
Yep. Kaka lifted just a tiny bit too early, so he did not secure his one.
Might have been counting on the Centaur to come help him.
TA already falling back to the jungle. And doing some stacks. Looks like Kaka's going to try to take over and defend this mid lane. With the siege creep and Chen creeps here, mid tier 1 tower early when you're against a TA is huge, because if you can invade TA's jungle, it really slows down their farm.
Yeah, and even if you can't invade, you can at least hit the tower and limit their map control later on. So nicely done. As top lane, they are trying to make a go on Hector. He's pretty low. Stun not available for a few seconds. Gets back to safety. And that bounty rune is still top. Looks like Stinger should be grabbing it.
Stinger playing more like the 4th position this game.
He's going to have a fast mech, too.
Yeah.
With that first blood.
Schofield's just going to be running around the map. I don't think he's ever really going to get a lane other than to maybe get his level 6. So playing the team game. Probably just go fishing around, drop some deep wards, try hunt some couriers.
Hopefully Chen will be a good boy and bring him in to at least get experience for ganks.
Yep.
They brought in Kaka mid, but the trap is already up, and Chris Luck will just retreat. No lift. Schofield was lurking.
Emo's doing great as far as how this mid lane went.
Bottom lane, JT going for a committed dive here on the Whisper. He popped the Stampede. And now mid, 2 hero stun behind the tower, but they've already lost Chris Luck, and they might lose Schofield. Demo with the DD rune, but he gets Carapaced under tower, taking some shots. He's going to have a fresh refraction in just a jiffy here. Another trap coming through. Again, the good stun. But this trap likely going to seal the deal. He jukes away. Maybe not. And while this is happening, they're also diving top. Fly's TPing away. And Schofield will get out of there, and Ollie will have to TP out, so that's a tier 1 down.
Yep.
Nice moves by Beast Coast.
Yeah, they keep the Nyx alive. We've seen Schofield do these crazy Nyx plays so often. Loves to level up this Carapace. It's just a more reliable stun in some ways. than the Impale if you can, use it when you're being gone on. At least defensively, it's a better stun.
So things settling down a bit now, but with that tower falling top, little extra farming room here for good old Hector.
It kind of takes away this top jungle from TA. So TA is going to be stuck farming the Ancients, which I say like it's a bad thing. That's actually kind of where she'd prefer to be because this is more golden experience for Emo. So he'll play around the triangle.
The rest of the team trying to hang on to the remainder of the jungle. And you can see a line of wards for IG now, just dividing the map to at least protect them from ganks. They do see Hector. He's about to clip level 6, though. So maybe Stinger is a possible kill, but you gotta respect that Divine Favor rotation. They could suddenly have 4 heroes here. They are pretty deep. IG coming in, head full of steam. Emo with the haste. Looks to be a dead Schofield, but we said that last time. Somehow he got away, and this time he won't. Now the chase, the follow-up is there. Stinger's gonna go down as well. The Chen army cleaned up. That delays the mech. That clears out the jungle. As usual, Hector does live.
They're going in
but
mid, maybe?
It comes at cost.
Yeah, that's okay for Beast Coast. They have Whisper finally with a bit of a freer lane. They have the Razor hitting some creeps at mid, and Hector just farming away. Midas about to be complete in 100 gold.
Yeah, Whisper really needed that. He is level 7 now, so has the max Sandstorm at least. Brittany and Kaka, no detection though.
The center still has 1 sentry, so
they could maybe make a go here.
It's pretty low, but he has the Burrow Strike out.
JT, sentry gets dropped. Now the Stampede forward. Can they get that follow-up stun? Double edge. He doesn't have the mana for it. Doesn't need it with Fly rotating. They'll get the kill. Nicely done. Do they push? Looks like IG want to. Beast Coast really not much D-push, gods. They're good at taking towers.
Schofield so brave trying to defend this bottom tier 1.
Brave or just cocky? He's going to be.
He denied a range creep, He's like, that's some gold they didn't have, and then feeds them some gold they also didn't have. I think probably not worth it.
I'm not sure about that math, but that doesn't sound optimal.
But they can also defend this. Sand King respawns, level 4 Sandstorm.
Stainer. It's a dead Chen again.
Yep.
This mech is coming, but it's not there yet.
I think one of the reasons they were willing to give Beast Coast Chen is they just haven't really shown it as one of their stronger strategies at this tournament. So feeling like, we got outplayed in game 1, let's just leave Chen in the pool because we believe we can beat it, at least the Beast Coast Chen. And so far, even though the Chen took that early tier 1 top tower, I haven't really felt the impact just yet.
This feels a little more like the IG we've seen. They're playing up tempo, they're playing aggressive, they're taking fights, they're pressuring towers, not just sitting and farming on a Morph Shaker for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's been great to see the Centaur, the offlaner, buying sentries to help kill the Sand King. And I think they just want to keep trying to go for him. They're bringing in Ogre as well, who has another sentry for this lane. So if this Sand King's not careful, we could see another death to his name.
Emo just confidently farming mid with 3 heroes there. And they are pressuring bot, threatening to go in, but Whisper with the Veil. Interesting grab. Emo goes straight for the blink, so full offense for him, not the Deso that we've traditionally seen. They want to go diving for these extra kills. And Whisper now with the Burrow Strike away, but there's a Sentry Ward in position. JT gets him with the stun, and that looks to be a big kill. Down he goes. Rubik with the stolen Burrow to boot. Level 3 Burrow Strike secured on him.
Oh, that's so nice.
So much chain stun now.
They're
going to make a move.
Oh, he could be in trouble.
Hector,
They have Stampede.
TP out. Centaur stun. They got him. And the worst part is he's going to lose his reincarnation too.
Oh, yeah.
So that is a very long cooldown.
Ooh, 200 seconds.
Very dead Hector.
He bought the Radiance recipe, so obviously his item build isn't going to change, and I think he prevented himself losing some gold because of that. Just doing the small little efficiency play. But unfortunate result for him. He's going to definitely be tucking himself even deeper into the jungle at this point, but
they want to invade that jungle. It's something that Cap and Grant talked about. Like this blink on TA, you don't get this to just chill and farm. Of course she will, but You get it so when you see those openings, you can go for the big dives.
And Racing's jungle's being taken by his teammates. Chen farming the safe jungle, one of the safe jungles, Razor farming the other, so...
He needs this mech.
Yeah.
He's 20 gold away. They do have level 6 now on Chen.
He's not using his Midas LD. We'll find a creep mate. Okay, there we go. Phew.
He's sweating. That's like when Hector has a nightmare, you know, it's just like a Midas off cooldown for
And no
1
creeps
second,
around, you know.
2 seconds. Make it stop. It's like a knife in my eye. Pipe picked up on Centaur. This is
so ready to go.
Really nice against the Veil Sand King.
Yep.
Though he still doesn't have a point in epicenter. And they're going to find the Chen. Quick catch here. Mech has been purchased, but Stinger going down. The creep's going down. No, they actually want to chase for hero kills. On to Chris Luck they go. The long-range trap, committed dive from IG. TP gets canceled. They're going to remove that static link and then dive in. Chris Luck having one of his worst games of the tournament, it feels like. Just like unable to make plays for the team. Even though his CSing well, net worth is good.
Yeah.
This guy's normally finding kills and taking the fight to the enemy.
Talked about the Chen maybe not being in their comfort zone. Razor, I would put in that same category. Chris Luck, maybe known more for his flashier playmakers, heroes that can run around the map.
His Slark, his Ember, his you know, his hero killers.
And Razor, kind of a more passive hero in a lot of ways, and he's looking like he's just been sitting back and farming. And I don't think you can play that style when you've got Hector playing a Wraith King with Midas Radiance queued up. So as much as Razor felt like a good pick, it may have been a bit of a trap as far as their playstyle is concerned.
Go Feld, snagging a haste. He'll back away. The Sentry Ward battles are beginning to rage. Seems Ollie's getting the upper hand here so far. Some decent dire vision now in that Radiant jungle. But Hector, you know, he's farming, he's surviving, he's staying even with the TA net worth.
Giving them a hope.
Relic is not that far off. Is this a Hector game, guys? Can he just take over and, you know, at some point be the man?
Behind, right now he's kind of up there, but if he needs help from his teammates for sure. The Sand King and Nyx Assassin with their stuns need to both have a good game. And playing Wraith King against a super farm TA is not exactly fun because she kind of just blinks on you and melts you with the meld strikes. Wraith King does not have good armor.
IG will get 3 bounty runes here, so definitely trying to flex their map control. Or I imagine they will anyway. Ollie has not gone for it yet.
Don't see Beast Coast venture on the other side of the river unless Schofield really gets adventurous.
This could ramp up the aggression. JT, 1,700 gold. Blink is coming soon. TA Deso also about to come online, so we're going to see a big power spike for IG in just a few moments.
As for Radiant, the Blink Dagger on Whisper's Sand King, the item they're probably looking for.
He's also close.
Chris Luck's probably like, guys, I want to do something. I got my Yules, but I'm a Razor. You have to play around teammates, play around your stunners. So he's asking his Sand King, his Nyx, what they want to do because he wants to join the fun. And this game has not been fun for Beast Coast. 1 kill in 16 minutes of gameplay.
Here comes the smoke from IG. I think it was just out of range of that Radiant Observer. And look who's farming. Far, far away from home. Lacks the mana for the reincarnation. He's not going to have it for some time.
Has got stick charge.
And they've seen that. They're going to assassinate him.
It's probably better he doesn't pop his ulti there because he would just die twice.
And you could TP in with the Sand King Epi, but I don't know if you get that off in time.
You TP in one. You can't TP in everyone is the issue because of the
Maybe if Chen was already there, but they are setting up bottom, trying to push, but JT's ready.
Oh, Blink canceled by the Wild King.
He's still going to stampede in. Can he get in range of Chris Luck? Yules and disengage. Nicely played by Beast Coast. They'll get back to safety.
Can he guess?
No!
The
Chris
Aether Lights.
Luck. No luck at all.
That cast range on the Rubik. I don't think Centaur Stun was going to hit in time, but Rubik ensured the kill. This game's just all IG right now. They're running over Beast Coast. And all Beast Coast can do is sit back and hope that K1's Radiance is going to change this game, but He is not farming at his usual pace, and there's going to be more towers, Roshan.
Oh, they're jumping forward.
Yeah.
They're looking for
More
more
kills.
assassination here, cleaving through on Stinger. The epicenter turnaround, though. Is this enough? With the Veil, a fresh refraction comes down. The Bloodlust on this TA. See you later, Schofield. Next on the list is Whisper. Godlike for Emo, 9-0-2. And the way to Roche, lying open now. If they want to go for it, they could. That's Emo's ambition. And he will. They are pretty low, but they've got JT to tank.
Taka stealing level 4 Wraith Fire Blast. Very good steal when you don't have the Burrow Strike, one of the next best spells that he can grab. And what an easy roach that was. They just melted. Bloodlusted TA with Blinked SOH is just going to be running over people at this stage, it feels like.
15-1.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
kill.
Hector's a hell of a carry, but he has his work cut out for him this game.
Schofield, he's like, I want this courier. Get the Beaver Knight.
He's going to get it. Does he get out?
He bought the BKB, though.
Doesn't
and
have a
delivered
TP scroll. Not sure if they saw that.
Yeah, they maybe saw his highlights from the previous games where it's like, why chase this guy? It's,
Oh no, they can't afford to lose Hector. Just got the Radiance at least, but he's dying
dancing.
twice with that stolen Wraith Fire Blast. The chain stun is there. And the kill secured. 0-3. Not a very Hector-like showing.
it's hard to see a way back in this one for Beast Coast. They're going to need some crazy team fights where they combo this Sand King Nyx together and have Wraith can get involved. He does have his Radiance now, but getting Radiance when you're this far behind doesn't feel good.
Setting up on him.
Yep.
Gonna make a jump forward. JT's there with the catch. Good blink stun. Rubik. Will he be able to steal it?
Yep.
Now the chase forward. Wasn't able to grab it in time, but the Wraith Fire Blast helps
Even
secure the
better,
kill.
yeah.
Gets the Sandstorm as well.
Well, pick off after pick off there. And, you know, one of those games where you're in no rush to end this game either. You know you're out farming them by so much. Something we saw Boxy talk about about the Alliance Liquid series. You know, if your opponents are going to be playing this very safe defensive style,
they've seen
just
Stinger.
get further ahead.
They'll keep on getting further ahead. Trap comes through, set it up into a lift. Oh, it's Chen. Turn around, but Emo gets in range, locks onto his target, gets another kill.
Playing Chen on the back foot. He hasn't even left his side of the map, and he's getting picked apart. Can't even build up a creep army.
And they're just non-stop. Now they might even try to take a fight top. The TPs are coming in.
Yep.
Ollie's just baiting here. Backup is arriving in the form of Emo. They got to be careful. They're going to lose Chris Luck potentially. Does he TP out? What's he going to do? He doesn't have one. Just tries to run away. But they keep on chasing. And Ollie's there looking to cut him off. The jukes. Can he get out? And while that's happening, they're hounding Hector again. Oh. He's down once more.
Oh, dear. Bounty runes, though. Schofield's like, don't worry, guys. Got us some runes. That's gold. That's something.
It's not enough. But yeah, they'll take what they can get.
Absolutely not enough. JT charging forward, looking for the Sand King, but
they're popping drums. Yeah. They're diving. IG are just like, let's just roll over these bastards. Blinks away. Schofield. All right, he's going to tank the gank instead. BKB committed. You have a Veil. I have the trump card. JT with the blink cooling down. He's going to let it fly. Nice patience there. The double kill secured. Everybody is dying on Beast Coast. They have 0 heroes with a positive record.
Even the creeps.
0-4, lighting up the scoreboard. The only thing worse is the 1-5 Chen.
Yeah, he's the guy with the kill. Probably the least important hero to have kills on, and an absolute slaughter here in game number 2. IG not happy with how game number 1 game 1 went. I imagine the Chinese crowd is enjoying this.
The minor champions looking good here, hanging on. Might be able to force it to a game 3. Keep on sieging. Won't be able to bring this tower down just yet, but they stick around. They've got the pipe ready. They can go onto the high ground. And Beast Coast, decent chain stun. Can they bring down this TA? They pop the Aegis. BKB is pulling down a gyrocopter. Not ready just yet. Schofield gets away. Emo. His BKB's coming on the courier, I believe. No?
That's not his, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have it yet. Okay. Well, he's going to back off.
Gyro's a
No,
beast,
he's got
though.
it now. He's got it now. BKB with the gyro. jumping in his emo. They'll find the kill. 3 heroes dead, and the chase is on. Kaka once more. Blinking forward, stunning up Whisper. Chain stun could come through in a moment. Burrow strike stolen. Kaka swagging. And JT following this for an additional kill. Make it 4. Make it 5 with a buyback on the Chen and a dieback.
They might just call this. I don't know if you want to stay in
quick
this
TP
game.
out. All right,
Yep.
farming time, baby.
He's like triangle.
It's farming time. I got
Yep.
Midas in 5 seconds. I'm feeling good.
Yep. Got to hit up the farm triangle.
Pad those
That
stats
was
a
his
little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
He knows the post-game screens are coming
Yep.
soon.
Needs to up his GPM a bit. His teammates, meanwhile, upping their death tally. And they're going to get a full 2 lanes of Rex. Can't get top lane because of the tier 2 tower. As Hector does venture himself back to base after farming a few creeps, but
I mean, this is how IG has won. Pretty much every win this tournament they've had has been like this, you know. Snowball, take over, and just never look back. They're not really that play from behind farm team. Much more their style.
yeah, here we go.
One last fight. BKB on Emo. A dive forward. Committed rotation and the death of the Razor. The GG is called. There will be no Gauze in this game. Only IG all the way.
You know, at least they got the 1 kill. You don't want to have that
30
the clean
to
sheet.
1.
They avoided the clean sheet. They're safe. But it was
The hero Chen.
Yeah. That one divine favor gank, you know, that's all they had this game. I think a bit more one-sided than 55-45.
Well, we had the grand
but he
guarantee
did
though that
2
they were
for 2
going to
still.
win.
You know, he's still on point. That's a win's a win, and unfortunately, you don't get bonus points for stomping a team that bad, whether it's a 90-minute win or a 23-minute curb stomping like that. It's, you know, either way, it's going to game 3, and that's what Beast Coast just have to forget that one.
Man, I'm loving the epileptic light show they have after every match. It's fantastic stuff. And it was a fantastic win here by IG, stomping their way through Beast Coast. They're going to tie it up 1-1. We're headed to a deciding game 3, Shiver.
Yes, indeed. And in what manner? Looks like an aggressive tri lane with the Nyx Assassin and a Chen is not where it's at. Here to discuss the match. Cap Grant, not 55-45 Grant.
It was not. The laning phase was very weird because I guess, I mean, looking at it, as you said off stream, they did the tri lane before with the Sand King solo, and they did it again. And let's be real, that Sand King got destroyed.
Oh,
but
yeah.
what would have Nyx Assassin have done down there? I guess that's the question. So you look at that lane, you're like, maybe it was just kind of a bigger outdraft.
I mean, I was
Not
just
sure.
trying to think what a
Next-
regular lane would look like.
Yeah.
Like where they run the Wraith King up into the Centaur. And I don't think that probably looks good either because
No.
I don't think Chen's particularly good against Centaur. Rubik Centaur is one of the better lanes out there. You'd probably just the Wraith King would get really pressured, even if he
Whoa.
had like a defensive tri lane.
Yeah.
And then Sand King would get no farm either. It just looks like they were not set up to be able to win either lane. And a lot of it comes down to the Nyx Assassin pick. It was
I
such
agree.
a weird pick.
And it was, all you saw was Ogre Gyro when they picked it. That's it. So why Nyx Assassin? We might not ever know.
Yeah, it's
We
like
really might not.
it's kind of good against Gyrocopter, but
It's
that's
not
about
a-
it.
Yeah, and then
It's not a Leshrac OD, you know, that you're countering or
Yeah.
something like that.
And it's strange because they were both because you're in a tri lane too. Both supports were level 3 at 10 minutes in. Level 3. So use the tome. You're not even close to 6 still. Like that is
Yeah.
not good. It really just isn't.
My question, Grant, is if that was a 55-45, what is a 60-40 look like?
Okay, well, let me explain the 55-45.
Okay.
My man Hector, he was like, you know what? I got my Wraith King, but everyone expects greatness from me. Why won't people just leave me alone and let me be a normal player like everyone else? So he fed on Wraith King so that next game, people are going to be like, this guy isn't as good as he is. 1,300 GPM game 3, get ready.
So you're saying it's the master tier strat?
Yes.
He's trying to get master tier on his Wraith King, but it keeps on getting banned in all his pubs.
Yep.
Because he's only a platinum Wraith King, surprisingly.
And he can't play because it's always banned.
Yeah,
now.
And you
so
know
he's
what?
got to show like, my Wraith King's not that good, guys.
If you have a second game in a series, you know, you get your Wraith King. It's like, okay, I'm going to tank this one, so I bring my win rate down.
Yep.
So people are going to look at the stats and are like, well, that guy's not that good, actually. We can learn
Planning
through.
for TI, very smart.
Saving strats, or preparing strats even. You
Yeah.
know, you got to keep them on their toes and
So
come up with unexpected.
Yeah, I was going to say, looks like first pick's going to be pretty coveted here going into the old coin flip arena because first pick seems very good. I mean, this Kunkka here, obviously, it's just like a guaranteed ban in this one, so you lose that. And I don't know, that was the Chen also. I guess we should look at that because it's been banned a lot. Do you think it was just such a weird game because who tri-lanes Chen in the off lane? Besides them, it's just hard to read, I guess.
I kind of feel like maybe Beast Coast picked the Chen because they didn't want to give it away. But because neither of these two teams have actually played Chen the entire tournament.
Who knows?
So it's like, why not just ignore it like they do with the Coddle?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you need a better laner than Wraith King. Like, Wraith King's actually not that good, even though he provides his own stun. He's actually kind of weak in stats.
It's very low damage done, too.
Yeah, so it's like, if you have, like, a Chaos Knight instead, like something that has, like, that really big self-sustain and, like, threatening power, maybe you would be a little bit more set up for success, but it just felt like their tri-lane was going to be kind of bad no matter what.
I agree.
Which is weird to say with a Chen, because we just see him, like, if he gets a Harpy creep or something, then he just,
and he
like,
had
starts
one,
dominating.
and it still, but I also give a shout out to IG because they knew, like, we always talk about Hector as one of the best farmers, and I think they like, knew his patterns. They were finding him top lane by himself. They found him in his triangle by himself. IG played, like, against Hector very, very well, and I'll be curious to see if, like, it makes him nervous next game because they were legitimately all over him everywhere on the map. They knew his farming patterns.
Yeah.
Early Roshan being picked up allowed them to be able to go high ground super early into the surprise GG for us. Like, we weren't actually in the room because we didn't expect
I mean,
them to
I
GG
was,
that
but
fast.
whatever. I won't see what you said. You guys, but, whatever. It's cool. No, I'll go back to the Knicks again. I think because it allowed them to third pick that TA. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, Ember said Chen and a Knicks? TA doesn't care about those, like, at all. And now you just have this free TA game, and that you brought up, it allows the early Roshan. So I honestly think that one Knicks pick was like 80% of the loss almost. Maybe not that high. I like percentages, though. I love them.
We got to give credit where credit is due.
For sure.
IG played this game great.
Perfect.
They
Near
looked
perfect.
so hot. There was no throws. You said, that when you have the timing window, there's always the chance you can't make mistakes. They barely made any mistakes. 23 minutes. Clean game from them, but can they do it again? That is the question, or will Beast Coast take game 3? Let's find out after the break.